Hi, I'm David and this is Humble Keyboards. This video is about the origins of music itself in the Harmonic Overtone series, how to use it to find and play power chords, and how to use power chords to start creating and playing keyboard parts. I can't demonstrate the Harmonic Overtone series at the keyboard because it's a natural physical phenomenon that requires something that vibrates, so I'll use a bass guitar. When I pluck a string near the middle, it mostly vibrates by moving up and down in the center. You can see that it's fixed at both ends, so it doesn't vibrate at all there. The pitch of the note the string makes is its fundamental frequency. But the string can also vibrate twice as fast to make a note that's an octave higher than the fundamental. We can force it to do that by stopping the string from vibrating in the center by touching it there, and then by plucking near the middle of one half of the divided string. Instead of vibrating in the center, the two halves vibrate as opposites, one half moving up while the other half moves down. That note, an octave above the fundamental, is the second partial in the series, and its frequency is double that of the fundamental. We can find these two notes on the keyboard. A 4-string bass guitar's lowest note is this E, and the string I plucked is this A. The second partial, an octave higher, is also A, this one. If, instead of dividing the string in two, I divide it in three by touching it here, the string will vibrate in three sections, 3 times as fast as the fundamental. On the A string, it has the pitch of the note E, sort of. The tuning of the note that I can play at this fret, or of this E on the keyboard, is not quite the same as the overtone, and that might become important to you later, but it's very useful to map these overtones to the keyboard anyway. The truth is that when I pluck the string to get the fundamental frequency, the string is also vibrating with progressively less energy at the frequencies of its overtones. The relative amount of each overtone is part of what makes different instruments sound different, with different timbre or tone quality. Because the harmonic overtones are related to each other by simple whole number multiples of frequency, they sound good together, whether mixed into the timbre of an instrument or played deliberately as a chord. The first 3 partials, at 1, 2, and 3 times the fundamental frequency, sound like this when played at the keyboard. It's a familiar, consonant, pleasing sound, unlike harsher, dissonant groups of notes like this one. We hear this sound in rock music often. These are the same notes that a bass player and guitar player would play together if the guitar player chose a power chord, like this. The 4th partial, here, is another octave of the fundamental, at 4 times its frequency. And you'll see and hear guitar players voice power chords with that note included also. These 3 notes all have the same name and are at the same location in the repeating pattern of white and black keys, but the one that is 3 times the fundamental frequency isn't as easy to find. We say this note is at an interval of a fifth above this note, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scale degrees, and we can call this an A5 chord because it only includes the A and its fifth. To find the fifth, we can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones from this first octave of the fundamental. For example, if we start with this F sharp, we can find an octave here at the same place in the pattern of keys. The note a fifth above it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones higher, right here. This is a C sharp, and this is an F sharp 5 chord. Other voicings that only include F sharps and C sharps are still F sharp 5 power chords. You can look for others that you like the sound of. It's important to be able to play power chords at the keyboard if you're going to play in a band. This shape is good if you're not playing with a bass player, but if you are, you should probably leave the low notes to the bass and play this variant instead. Notice that both hands are playing the same shape and note names, which makes this version easy to play. All of these notes also show up in the overtone series and sound natural together. In the previous video, I recommended cutting 12 pieces of paper and writing note names on them so you can pick notes at random. Pick a note name and find that note low on the keyboard. I'll use A. Then, find the notes of these 2 power chord voicings. Say the names of the notes as you play them. A, E, A. A, E, A, E. Then, turn the metronome on and practice playing and releasing those 2-handed power chords. It's easy to find a lyric sheet for a song that you like online. Search for a few and pick one that only has 3 or 4 different chord names in it. You can ignore any M's or 7's in the chord names because you're just going to play the fifths for now. Find the power chords you need to play the song, and then try to play along with it, changing chords when the music does. Once you can play along with a song, pick another one and do it again. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to see more.